Hi. 60 years. 60 years of near misses. 60 years of heartbreak. Of penalty shoots out. Of dreams falling apart. Of hearing its coming home echo through the pubs, parks, living room, fan zone across the country. Only the silence has arrived again. Because somehow England always find themselves short. But now it's June 2026 is the World Cup is here, hosted across United States, Canada and Mexico, the biggest tournament in football history. 49, actually 48 teams, 3 host nation, billions watching across the world, and England arrives with something that may have, I mean, they might have not had from decades. A complete squad, a balanced squad, a squad with a clear identity. And at the center of it, it's Thomas Tuchel, the German, the Champions League winner, the manager who walked into England's setup and made things crystal clear. I don't care about reputation, I care about winning. Cole Palmer left out. Phil Foden left out. Trent Alexander-Arnold, my favorite, left out. The reaction was immediate. Headlines exploded. Debates began. Pundits argue, fans argue, entire country seems divided overnight. But behind the decision, there is a plan, a tactical philosophy, a clear voice, and maybe, just maybe, a blueprint that finally ends 60 years of hurt. Today, we are breaking down everything the squad, the system, the controversial opinions, the key players, the misses, and what went wrong in previous tournament and what Thomas Tuchel has changed. The most importantly, whether England can eventually win the World Cup 2026 or no. Let's get started. Let's give you some flavor of history. Before we start with 2026, we need to talk about history because every England player carried that history onto the pitch. Every tournament, every match, every penalty, weight is always there since here. 1990 World Cup semi-final, West Germany, penalties, and Paul in tears. An image shows England's football's history. Then came 1996 Euros. In 96 Euros, it was at home. The country believed England looked ready, and then another penalty shootout, another defeat to Germany, another heartbreak. This time, Gareth Southgate misses the decisive penalty, a moment that follows him for decades. 1998, David Beckham's red card against Argentina, another exit, another penalty defeat, and another nations on hurt. 2006, so-called golden generation: Rooney, Lampard, Gerrard, Terry, Owen, world-class players everywhere, and another penalty defeat. Portugal again. 2018 finally brought some hope under Gareth Southgate, a young squad, a positive atmosphere. England reached the semi-finals in Russia, the best World Cup performance nearly in 30 years. Then came Euro 2020, the final, Wembley, England dreaming, Luke Shaw scoring early. If you remember, the country came almost close to the to taste victory, but Italy came back into the game, goes into the penalties, and missed by 19 years old Bukayo Saka, misses a decisive penalty. The pain returns. Euro 2024, another final, another chance. This time Spain proved too strong. 2-1 defeat. Another summer of wondering that might have become a pattern. A pattern is impossible to ignore. England reached the big moments and England always falls short. Again and again and again. Pressure builds, expectation grows, the weight becomes heavier, and the pressure affects player. and it's tightened legs, it's clouded decision making. It turns simple movements into impossible ones, which is why Tuchel has arrived. Arrival was so important. This is why Thomas Tuchel's arrival was so important, because unlike everyone else, he carries none of the baggages. No scars from 1990s, no scars from Euro 96, no emotional correction to England decades of disappointment. He arrives with one simple objective: break the cycle, break the pattern, finally turn potential into trophies. And how Tuchel can change? When Thomas Tuchel took over charge after Euro 2024, everything changes immediately. His communication was different, his training methods were different, his standards felt different. Perhaps the most importantly, his selection decisions were different. Gareth Southgate built England around trust, stability, familiarity. Players knew where they stood. The squad rarely changed. The system rarely changed. And while this approach produced strong tournaments run, but it often produced, chaotic football, safe football designed not to lose. Tuchel saw these things differently. He changed everything. Every hiccup, every scared crow early now. He made a statement that it shook English football. He suggested Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden could not function effectively together in one system. His reaction was huge, but it revealed exactly how Thomas Tuchel thinks. He does not build around superstar. He builds around system and then select the players who can fit the best. The result arrives quickly. England dominated qualifying. 8 matches, 8 win, 22 goals, 0 goal conceded, not 1 goal conceded. That defensive record wasn't luck. It was it was consistent, it was structured, it was organized, it was disciplined, a clear identity. And then May 22, the squad announcement and a squad was announced, and entire English crowd went berserk, because yes, the one of the great players were missing. People were talking about where is Foden. People were talking about where are the others, right? That's how good this crowd felt when, especially when they saw there were so many changes. There was no Lewis Hall. There was no Manchester United's defender. God, I'm forgetting his name. So there was none of those in playing. There was no Phil Foden. There was no Trent Alexander-Arnold. Perhaps every English pundit was going after him, and I remember reading a tweet where it called either Thomas Tuchel will be worshipped as a god after the World Cup, or he will be hunted down like a devil. So that's that's how the sentiment of Englishmen are, English people are. But this squad is good. They have good talent in them. Saka is in prime form. Rashford gonna play. We're gonna have Harry Kane, of course. Jude Bellingham gonna play for sure. Kobe Mainu is there. Declan Rice is there. So there's a good squad they have. They just need to translate. They need to play better. But my bet is on Thomas Tuchel, because he's a proven talent. He knows how to get the best out of it. He is okay to play the dirty football. It's okay to get 1-0 result, until unless the victory column says W, he's happy. That's how his thought process is. But yeah, Thomas Tuchel, a serial winner, and that's a good thing to go on this tournament with. And he gonna make some bold decision, and we'll be there to analyze it, of course. And Thomas Tuchel is the best there is in terms of doing those. And but I really wish, I'm okay Maguire, the defender. I'm okay. Maguire missing. Phil Foden, Trent, they didn't show any good form. But Lewis Hall, they should have taken Lewis Hall as a left back. But that's fine. Gordon is there. I think I genuinely feel they should prefer Gordon more than Rashford, because Gordon will do the dirty work. He will run entire field, press, 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 press. That's what Thomas Tuchel wants, someone to press. He need legs. And of course, we have the Englishman Harry Kane, the captain, the leader, the legend, and he deserves this World Cup. But let's see how things gonna turn up, and I'm excited to look at England and how they're gonna set up. And yeah, thank you. See you on next one.